Good morning to all young minds. It's a great pleasure to welcome you all for this meet and greet session. So, as we detailed in our mail message, the agenda for this meeting, this is a networking session. How to democratize your research output and our career research journey, and as well as your research findings to the community and as well as to the general public. So, this session should be in this perspectives only. So, with this as a brief introduction, so now I request Ms. Sumita from the NRF Media Team to moderate the session and give a brief introduction about our CEO, sir, and as well as from Professor Kumaraguru from Triple IIT Hyderabad. So we'll also be presenting about the democratizing the research thing. And with this small introduction, now I request Ms. Sumita to start moderating this session, please.
Thank you, sir. It is my privilege to introduce Dr. Shivkumar Kalyanaraman. He was recently appointed by the Honorable Prime Minister of India as the CEO of the Anusandhan National Research Foundation. Dr. Kalyanaraman brings with him a wealth of global leadership experience, having served as CTO for the energy industry in Asia at Microsoft and earlier as Executive General Manager at GE Power Conversion, driving innovations in e-mobility, solar energy, and AI. He has also held key research leadership roles at IBM in India and Australia, and was attending professor at Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute, USA. An alumnus of IIT Madras, Ohio State University, and RPI, Dr. Kalyanaraman is widely recognized for his contributions. He is a fellow of IEEE and INAE and was named among MIT Technology Review's TR 100 Innovators. I would request Sir to share his insights with the participants today.
Okay, well, thank you for the generous introduction. Can we have slides, please? Okay, well, the slides are coming up. So first, look, it's my joy to be here amongst young researchers. I was a young researcher once. Okay, so I know the pains and challenges that you're going through. Maybe put it in full screen mode if you don't mind. So that's why wherever I go, I request, nowadays I'm going to different universities and so on, I always ask to meet young researchers and learn about their challenges and so on, right? So, but today's meeting is focused on the communication and dissemination direction, right? I know each of you are from various areas, and first, my hearty congratulations to all of you for having won the PMECRG awards, which is very, very coveted, and literally close to 7,000 applicants were there, and you're the top 700 odd winners of this awardees of this program. So which means that it's a very special distinction that you hold. But at the same time, you also carry the weight of the burden of how to drive how to drive the innovations for the future, right? So I think some people are trying to turn on their camera. I don't know whether we allow that and so on. If not, you may want to allow it if they want to turn the cameras. Yeah. Okay, so in this first few slides, I just want to set the context for ANRF for some of you who may not be completely aware. I know you're holding an ANRF grant, but I think one of the small conditions that we put on our grant is that you have to do social media. Okay, at least in my tenure, okay, as the CEO of ANRF, because we believe increasingly that social media has become a first-class way of dissemination of technical content. And in addition to writing papers, it is very important to make your technical, identity as well as, content disseminated through social media. So we have a requirement, I might remind you, that you have to do social media. Okay. Now, our goal here is to make it easy for you for that requirement. Our colleagues have created channels for the PMECRG on LinkedIn. We welcome if you can put up simple YouTube videos about it. We are also going to do many other things in the future, such as perhaps like sort of seminar series, or sort of like fireside chat or other sorts of fora where you can be the presenters and we can have lightning talks and other sorts of things, right? So, but we'll do many more activities going forward. But then, I just want to spend a few minutes to give you an idea of ANRF as a catalyst for India to become and rise as a research and innovation powerhouse. So the first thing you need to know about ANRF is that not too many institutions in India are chaired by the Honorable Prime Minister, but ANRF is chaired by the Honorable Prime Minister, right? So this is something which he is personally looking at, and our impact is going to be something very important. Okay, let's go on to the next slide, please. So in ANRF, we have two broad parts of our investment strategy. One is the what we call the ANRF core, which is all our grants programs. We are trying to fundamentally and foundationally transform how we do grants and raise the profile of impact. We want to reduce all the headaches of grants and make it much more easier to do science. Okay, on one hand, that is the ease of doing science activities and transformation activities we're doing. But at the same time, the flip side of it is that we want our principal investigators and so on to really focus on impact, to do bigger things, to go after harder problems and to collaborate better, etc., right? So that's the key thing I would leave you with, and so on. But of course, the PM Early Career Program is an individual grant program. Of course, it is for your career, but at the same time, I want to ask you to view this as a foundation for various things you may do going forward. So we'll be doing many more mission mode research programs. We've launched one or two of them, but we'll be launching many more. Very recently, we had launched the 2D materials program just last week. Before that, we had the electric vehicle program and the PAIR program and so on. So we'll be launching more mission mode programs coming up shortly. There is things are brewing in medical medtech, medical technologies. There's a mission mode program. There's one in AI for science and engineering. And there are others in the earlier stages of the pipeline, right? So we'll be doing many more, and also we'll be doing societal missions and so on, right? So as you are doing your work, please be prepared for these, because then those are additional areas for you to drive your impact, right? So horizontal, more broad-based programs like the PMECRG or the ARG program, which you might have applied for, and then more vertical programs, we will also do many more partnerships, right? These are all the grants program. We will also be doing more things with particular ministries and expanding, helping different ministries do big things in research as well. So those are all new directions. I can't tell you all my secrets in one day, but many other things will be happening. Okay, so picture abhi baki hai. All right, so that's the NRF core, but that's a grants program. In fact, in addition to that, we have a 1 lakh crore capital program, which is not grants, and it's more targeted at the private sector, starting from startups and others, including bigger companies can apply for that. And that we don't do the capital allocation directly. We appoint second level fund managers, and they will then invest into the balance sheets or projects of different kinds. And there again, the goal is to drive innovation and also spur private capital to come in. Overall, our goal is to catalyze more investments to come into research. So then from your point of view, you should not see this as a fixed sum pie, but but it's something that is expanding over time, but it'll be more impact oriented, more mission oriented, and so on, right? So only that way we can get to our goal of Viksit Bharat. But at the same time, there'll be foundational programs like the ARG, like the PMECRG, which you represent here. Okay, next slide, please. So I mentioned two words, horizontal and vertical. In the horizontal way of looking at things, like PMECRG is an example of a horizontal program, which are broad-based, where our PIs tell us what they want to do. And then, but it supports foundational investments at the basic research, applied research, and so on and so forth. And then we'll be doing other things. I mean, we have, foundational programs in terms of fellowships, and we'll be doing other new things going forward. But in even these foundation programs over time, we'll be seeing a lot more partnerships we'll welcome from industry and so on, and foundations to add to the pie that we can grow. And then vertical programs are where these are mission mode programs, which are more saying, right? So the three words I will request you to think of as we go forward is quality, impact, outcomes, right? Quality, QIO, quality, impact, outcomes, right? So I want you to worry less and less about all the stupid UCs, SEs, and so on and so forth. And I want to, get that worked out separately with your administration and so on. This is a transformation we're doing, but I want you to shoot for the stars, right? Especially you are the future of India. You are the young generation of researchers, and I want you to think big. I want you to be unfettered, and so going forward, I want you to have direct relationships with ANRF. So, but otherwise, let me finalize. Our various vertical programs are here. Where we have programs like the pair programs, the mission mode programs, and then we'll be doing many collaborations and so on and so forth. Okay, so the foundational programs are what you see at the base, and then ultimately, as an apex organization, we'll also be creating platforms and other things. Right? If you go to the next slide. Okay, today, go to the next slide, please. So we are going to be hearing more about the Saral, which is a set of tools for social media. So for us, social media is not just a marketing gimmick. For me, I think it is a way for, of course, it doesn't take away from writing good papers, whether you write in Nature, Science, or any of the top journals. But then we want you to use social media to amplify your work. Put talks on YouTube. Okay, because when I, as an industry person, wanted to learn about any new area and so on, I look to YouTube, I look to LinkedIn, I look to Twitter to see what's going on, right? So I need you as the new generation of researchers to also be more aggressive in the use of this, and to help you amplify that. We are creating channels from ANRF. We are also creating tools for you, because once you write your papers, Saral can help you quickly convert that into various forms of media, and PK will be giving a longer presentation on that one. But the idea is that over time, you can create many other types of media, and also we'll also be automating the processes so that it's almost like a one-click Amazon button. So you press the button immediately from your paper, you'll get all the media. It'll automatically set up, if it's linked to your accounts, it'll automatically post it, etc., as well as, but to give you the ability to control it, etc. Okay, PK, over to you.
Yeah, okay.
Sir, before we go.
Oh, sorry.
I had a small introduction
Yes.
to introduce
Please,
Professor PK with all of us. Thank you very much, sir. Before that, for this insightful thought and a brief roadmap for attaining the goal of Viksit Bharat with research and innovation, and stressing on quality, impact, and outcomes. Thank you again, sir. Now we have with us Professor Ponnurangam Kumaraguru for his presentation. Professor PK is a professor of computer science at IIIT Hyderabad, adjunct faculty at IIT Madras, and also serves as the Vice President of SCM India. His research areas of expertise span responsible AI, applied machine learning, and natural language processing. And he is widely recognized for his engaging talks as a TEDx speaker. Beyond his academic and research leadership, Professor PK has been deeply committed to democratizing research, making opportunities and resources accessible to students and among young researchers across the country. I would now request Professor PK to share his insights on using social media for wider dissemination of research.
Can you hear me and see me?
Yes, sir.
Not
Okay,
seen yet.
I don't know what happened, but that's okay. So let me share my screen. So before we start again, congrats to everyone for the award. Can I request all of you to type the cities that you're joining in from in the chat? Cities, institute. Yeah, so let me put mine. Bloody Hyderabad, so we know where all people are coming from. Very nice. Delhi, Roorkee, Kharagpur, Bhopal, Ashoka, IIT Delhi, MNIT, Ropar, Bombay, Kanpur. Very nice. Super nice. Now let me do the, Dr. Shiv gave you his secret. Let me give you my secret, right? This can go on recording, no problem, right? So can you all put down your social media handles if you have? I have my social media handles put there. Again, if anybody's interested, it might have gotten buried in all the messages that you've sent, I guess. Let me redo it again. Right? We'll come back to it, right? Okay, so let me share my screen. Okay, so let me, so if you're okay to scan the QR code, feel free to scan the QR code on the screen. But again, congrats again. Thanks for joining this call. What I would talk about, can somebody confirm that you're able to hear me and see my slides? Just a thumbs up is fine. Yeah, okay, very good. So what we thought we will do was to go over some of the things, some of the ideas that we have, or some of the things that we have built it ourselves, and some things that we see as academic researchers or faculty, some things that we feel like how social media can help. What Dr. Shiv emphasized is about making use of social media for visibility and dissemination. It's actually not just that. I'm sure many of you have realized it, seen it, experienced it yourself, or you're seeing faculty and researchers across the world use it for visibility and dissemination, but in the process, they get a lot of benefits. Right? Your visibility and dissemination helps you to get, somebody asked a question about, oh, how do I make collaborations? Collaborators can come. Or how do I recruit good people, right? Good students to work with. Probably students and people, when they look at your presence in social media and look at the papers that you're publishing, which is, many social media platform is making it only more sort of visible to all of them. Better people can reach out to you. I think it's a phenomenal way of actually getting the fundamental things as a professor, as a faculty want. Dr. Shiv was saying about his journey as a faculty. I have benefited from many of this platform myself. So I've just put some thoughts here. I'm sure we can take up questions as we move forward. So here is the reason what is our intent with this exercise of talking to all of you. We would have liked all the 700 to join, but we see only 350 or something. We'll see what to do with that. But the intent is to create visibility for all of you. Intent is to create a network of all of you. I saw some questions being posted. Oh, can we have a website where we can have all the PMECRG awardees information, research areas, all that we have discussed. We have definitely discussed some of these ideas before. We will take small steps and go there to help you sort of say benefit from all of this also. Of course, in the process, we also would like to see visibility for ANRF itself and the programs that ANRF runs. And we are starting with the PMECRG awardees, but the intent and the plan is to do these kind of interactions, set up these kind of platforms, and do it for all initiatives of ANRF also. Reasons for picking all of you first as to try is because all of you, given the way that this award is set up itself, all of you should be less than 40 years, I think. And most of you are just starting your career. Some questions that came earlier also is a look, how can an early career faculty researcher benefit from these? That's the idea, right? We can actually think of ANRF to be the platform in which your trajectory for your research can actually move into the next orbit, shift the orbit wherever you are. All that can happen using the platform of ANRF is the goal here. And the assumption we made, but I think it is also true that most of you also may have an account, you may not use it, may have created an account on social media, you may be using ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, all of that. You may be more comfortable in moving into a new platform and trying something out. That was our intent here to pick up PMECRG awardees as a first experiment, trying out to see how all this can come together. If you see ANRF's account itself in the last, I think from March 3rd week or so, the number of followers for all the social media platforms, especially for LinkedIn, has phenomenally increased. Recently, we were talking about ANRF's followers increasing more than 100,000. Meaning, imagine ANRF doing a post, liking a post, resharing a post. Technically, you're getting an audience of 100,000 followers. Right, so that's phenomenal in some sense. I'll show you some examples what has happened in the last 3-4 months where researchers and faculty have talked about ANRF and how those posts have also been sort of say seen, visible, all that. So that's a phenomenal way to showcase your work. Of course, next is Twitter. Also is increasing, but I think LinkedIn is really grown big in terms of the number of followers for ANRF. So here are some examples that I pulled out. You may be in the call. If you're in the call, please post some messages, like this next slide or something, next 5-6 slides. We picked it up from all of you who have received this award, talked about this award, or talked about the work, talked about some activities through this award itself. So here's the first one. Arnab Datta, if you're on the call, please do a heart or something like that for the from the emojis. So look at this, right? The post is about I'm so and so. I'm working on so and so area. Here is a link to the article and talks about some key highlights of the paper and acknowledges the support from ANRF. So Dr. mentioned this before, where one-click button, the subtle idea. We'll get to all this, but the plan is to for people. I'm sure whoever did this post may have used it, but I use it very regularly. When I want to do a social media post, I go to one of these language models, type in saying that, look, I want to do this post. Can you give me a draft? It gives me a draft. Generally, these key highlights with an emoji, with a clap emoji, all this comes from so to say some of these language models, right? So we thought we will actually build a platform itself for that. You give an input of a paper, output comes a LinkedIn post draft. So that's the key here. Can we actually build a platform that makes your life a little simple, where you're doing the research, you want other things to be taken care of. So we're thinking of building some platforms. I'll show you one example or two examples that we have already done, but we would also like feedback. We would also like you to use it, try it, and also be part of it in case if this is of interest. Here are some more examples. I mean, these slides, we'll make it available to all of you, all the links I put there. These two slides are just to give you a view of so if you look at this post, this says first paper. So we took the help of the social media team of ANRF, getting these links, looking at these posts. That's how we curated these slides. So if you look at this post is talking about the research, first paper from lab, blah, 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 all that. In the reactions, if you see the bottom left, this is actually ANRF LinkedIn account. And the same way here. So when you do tag ANRF in your post, the social media team will do, I mean, there's some protocols, some procedures we have thought about what to do when, which posts do what, all that will happen. So essentially you're getting a visibility of your post, which is what we would like, which is what I'm sure you would also like to see for the research that you're doing, right? So this is, left-hand side is a paper from Abhishek, right-hand side is from Raghav. Again, same thing. I did this work. This is my paper. This is what it happens, and crediting to ANRF. So this is the last one I had. But the reason I had this also, I'll show you this. Also, there is nobody until now who's in the call. Kanak, Raghav, Abhishek, Arnab. Nobody's in the call? Okay, that's okay. Right. So this paper, I'll come back to it because I actually used this paper for creating the video from this paper also. Again, if you see here, there is ANRF account, which is liking the post and giving more visibility. It's not just LinkedIn. We took some examples from Twitter also. This is the X post that the faculty or researcher is posting about their paper. And interestingly, the views of this post is 14,000. Again, going back to some question about how do I get visibility to our research? Just look at it. 14,000 people have seen this post. When I looked at the followers, I don't know whether I took the screenshot of that. When I looked at the followers of this account, this professor or researcher had only 1,400 followers. An account which has only 1,400 followers, getting a visibility of 14,000 views, something must have happened in between. Right? And we can recreate this, we can redo this visibility part as much as we want because we have access to people who are doing all of this. Okay, so that's the, until now I showed you examples of what some of you have done, which we hope all of you will do. From now on, I'm going to show you like 3-4 examples of what people otherwise do in the world, right? What people do in terms of showcasing their work, just as a sort of say inspiration to see whether some of you can actually try this. This one is called Thread, X Thread. Researchers, faculty, when they have a paper, they kind of create this, which is to say that, look, I'm so and so. I'm reading the leftmost image here. In a recent paper, we answered this by analyzing multi-turn sessions, blah, 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 some image, and then continues. This is just a continuation. Left, first image, first tweet, then the second tweet, third tweet, fourth tweet, fifth tweet, right? So that's how the thread goes. That's why it's called a Twitter thread. And I'll show you an interesting connection that you can make. If you look at the date here, hopefully you can see The date here is June 28, 2025 on the left-hand side image, right, where my cursor is. I think I can get a, sorry. Right, where my cursor is. This is 28 January. But come back to the image on the right bottom. This is a post that this faculty or researcher posted like 2 days back. The announcement for EMNLP, which is one of the top conferences in India, top conferences across the world. The thread was retaken, which is reposted, with a message saying that, oh, thrilled that this work was accepted at EMNLP, it presents blah, 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 and reverses. If you look at this text, we know what people are using, LLMs, whatever. This tweet is exactly the same tweet as the left top. Just a connection I was making, which is Twitter threads, you do whenever you publish a paper, whenever you post a paper publicly or whatever, then you come back to it and then show that, look, this paper got accepted something. This is one way, and there are many, many ways. Here is another one. So if you have seen this videos before, example here is only, I can play the video when we move, if you're interested in knowing more about these. So generally create a video of the research lab, create a video of the project that you're working. This example is for the project. This example is for the lab itself. In this video, the researcher walks through the lab of what they are actually generating, what they are doing in the lab, and making it explicit of the problems that they are trying to solve. Right? I can play the video. I've set it up all that, but in the interest of time, given that access to the slides will be there, I will let you actually take it later also. Now I'll jump on to Saral. Both Dr. Shiv and I have mentioned about Saral for a couple of times. Can you do a +1 in the chat if you already have seen Saral or already know about Saral? Okay, very good. Okay, so what problem we were trying to address is, look, all of us write research papers. Dr. Shiv also mentioned briefly about the problem of research papers to implementation. Somebody asked a question of, oh, can I take the research and then convert it into commercialization product or something? All of that needs some translation in between, right? Which is the problem that we thought we will attack first. Take a research paper. Here the image is basically showing you the different steps. I'll show you the final output right now and then walk you through what all could be done, right? So the goal is paper published, deck of slides, a video generated from the paper. Okay, this is the reason why I said I wish Satyam Verma is in the call. He's the first author of the paper that I showed you earlier, which is a screenshot here. Right? I took this paper. I have no understanding of this topic. I took this paper because it is from a PMECRG awardee, and I thought I will actually show the outcome of Saral using a paper that one of you have written only. Right? I will reshare my screen with the.
Yeah, the thought process is that you guys are good at writing papers, right? So what if after you've written a paper, you can press a button and then immediately generate social media? Okay, in this case, videos. In future, you can generate posters, whatever. And then also it is in 12 different languages, right? So that's the beauty of what Professor PK has built. And of course, other volunteers.
Can you see the video now? Video screen of the paper?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I'll play it. You should also hear the audio. So
heterogeneous catalysts in thermocatalytic carbon dioxide hydrogenation to methanol. इस presentation में आपका स्वागत है.
So as Dr. Shiv said, language is also language, the gender, all that is customizable. So I took the paper, I gave it to the Saral, and Saral produced this output, which is a 5 minutes video, all through programs. There is no, I mean, you can edit changes if you want. For example, it showed us Satyam Verma as the only author here. You want to make sure that all other authors are added. You want to change the 2025 to August 2025 and things like that. Everything is editable, and many of this is modular also we have built. So it can be actually plug and played in however way we want. I'll play it for 1 minute for all of you to listen. I picked Hindi so that all of you can understand. If anybody wants to try different languages, I'll show you how to try it for yourself also. But the 11 languages also can be done.
ये रिसर्च सत्यम वर्मा ने कंडक्ट की थी और 2025 में पब्लिश हुई थी. आज हम इस इम्पोर्टेंट वर्क की फाइंडिंग्स और कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशंस एक्सप्लोर करेंगे। लिए इस रिसर्च में कौन सी प्रॉब्लम एड्रेस की जा रही है, ये समझने से शुरुआत करते हैं। ग्लोबल वार्मिंग और क्लाइमेट चेंज सीरियस थ्रेट्स हैं। कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड एमिशन,
and you can control the images that it is showing, what image should come in what slide. All of this can be controlled, and we are, of course, this is the first version we made. There are many more updates, many more ideas that we have, and people who have used it also have given us feedback. So we're also as we speak, we're actually modifying some things also, because the slides are generated as PDF, it's through Beamer, so we can actually make it PowerPoint, more animated. All that can also come.
कम करना बहुत जरूरी है। एक प्रॉमिसिंग स्ट्रेटेजी ये है कि कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड को कैप्चर किया जाए और उसे यूजफुल प्रोडक्ट्स में कन्वर्ट किया जाए, जैसे कि मेथेनॉल। मेथेनॉल एक वैल्यूएबल केमिकल है जो कई इंडस्ट्रीज में यूज होता है। कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड को डायरेक्टली मेथेनॉल में कन्वर्ट करना कैप्चर्ड कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड को रिसाइकल करने का एक सस्टेनेबल तरीका है। लेकिन इस प्रोसेस के लिए अक्सर रिएक्शन को स्पीड अप करने और उसे और एफिशिएंट बनाने के लिए कैटलिस्ट की जरूरत होती है। हाल ही में एक स्पेशल टाइप का कैटलिस्ट जिसे सिंगल एटम
I will stop here for in the interest of time. So
What
please
is interesting is that this is completely AI generated. Okay, the voice,
Yes.
the person, and everything is AI. Okay, and
Yes.
also it is if you notice, it is using Hindi words and also using catalyst and other things in English. Okay, so it knows how to use Hindi when necessary and then English when the words are too complicated. Okay, yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah. So I will go back to my slides to show you more how people have actually started using it. Also, we were able to see.
So we want all of you to use this for all of your papers. Okay.
Yep, that's the goal. We
Okay,
should
and
see.
then you should post it on social media and tag ANRF.
Yes.
Okay.
That's
And
the
tag PMECRG ANRF mein.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah,
Because then we can pick it up on your on the channel, the PMECRG channel. So then your work immediately is available in 12 different languages, right? This will democratize the research for you, and it will also help, get to better connections and so on. It makes your work simpler. Also, if you notice, it is Saral means to simplify, to demystify, and that's the other angle here. Yeah, go ahead, PK.
So the whole demonstration of how it is done also, there is a video, the YouTube link here. I'll post all this link in the chat in a few minutes when we are done with the slides. The link on the bottom left in this slide is first is the the platform. Second is a demo of what are the steps to create this video. I just showed you the output. We can get in details of how to create the video also. Right, so this is the video I showed you. But interesting that faculty have already started using Saral. This is a post that recently came where the faculty is saying that, oh, here is my fourth research paper, blah, blah, blah. And then they use Saral for creating the video of the paper and posting it on social media, and of course, tagging all of us. So we were able to actually get access to it also in some sense, right? So it will be nice, as Dr. Shiv said, it will be nice for all of you to create it, tag ANRF, and get visibility in for your research. Another thing that you could do is also to create research paper in all different languages. I'll show you in that example also in a couple of minutes, which is one paper just created in 12 languages and disseminate it. You don't know who's looking for your research, or you don't know which language you're interested in. So why not create all languages that are possible and then post it there, right? So Saral has gotten decently, people have started looking at it at least now in terms of how it can be used. We're getting lots of feedback also in getting it better. And we're optimizing it so in a way that it's easier for you to use. As Dr. Shiv said, your goal is to write research papers. Your goal is to do cutting edge research. We will try and figure out mechanisms to help you promote and disseminate your research. So one slide that is summarizing both what Dr. Shiv said and I've said until now, and then I'll get to show you one or two more URLs. We'll stop after that. So concrete request, if at all, if you want to take one thing away from whatever I've spoken in the last 20-25 minutes, is this slide, which is post about your progress in research. Recruit a student, meaning I think some of us have learned some of these things. I personally definitely have learned a lot of things that I do today only through students. I think they are very, very hooked into it. They know how to create compelling social media posts, videos, all of that. So if at all, if there is a need, please get students to do this for you. Create a small short video to introduce your lab, introduce your research. Create a small video again to talk only about the ANRF funded research project that you have right now. The second bullet point is about the lab, research, your career ambitions, whatever. The third point is about the ANRF PMECRG award that you have. Talk only about that, right? The other request that we have is, if it works out, please organize a lab tours for students or others who could come and see your lab locally, physically. You can do this online also. I mean, I'm sure I've done this in the past, which is, oh, look, I'm interested in showing what cutting cool things that I'm doing. Join this YouTube call at sometime 3 p.m. on a Friday. I'll just take the phone, walk around, talk to some students and get them to know what we are doing. This Dr. Shiv mentioned, we are also planning to set up some of these, which is Ask Me Anything sessions, Ask Us Anything sessions, which is you could join, you could do an Ask Me Anything, just to get on a call, tell people what you're doing, get on a call with few people who are interested in the same domain and answer questions and showcase what you're doing. You could do a fireside chat. Ask Us Anything is like the fireside chat is what we had, which is 3 of you in a call, probably a moderator type of a person sitting there answering some questions. Regional meetups, right? You saw where all you're from. So why not just meet up locally? All Delhi people meet, all Hyderabad people meet. Just generate some interesting things out of it, right? Why don't you meet for 3 hours in one of the campuses, present half an hour for each of your research? Hopefully these things will catalyze some larger problems that all of you can work together. Of course, use Saral. That's another thing that we would do. Tag ANRF in the post also. Even though you may know this is the QR code that I put it in the slides. But let me show you a couple more things and then we will stop there. Please feel free to type.
Complete task is, one is for your own research. Please, put a short summary, start creating YouTube videos and, and then make a LinkedIn post or Twitter post and tag #ANRF India and #ANRF PMECRG. I think that's one ask. And then kindly try to use tools like Saral and on your papers and see how it works for you. And also, please get your students involved, right? And just reiterating what AK said.
Yeah. So you should
because remember, if 700 of you do it, and a lot more people can see this, and the frontier of research will grow. Okay, so we hope to get more of you using it.
Yeah, so you should be able to see my entire screen now. So different windows, when I switch, you can do this. So this is the video I mentioned earlier. I'll just play it to you only for a few seconds for you to get a sense of how you can actually pitch some things, right? Let me do the second one. Right, so this one.
I am a researcher here at TJ Watson Research at IBM. And today we're going to talk about something that's called co-packaged optics. So this is a technology that allows us to go to the next.
One can think of, look, it takes a lot of time, efforts to do this. Not necessarily. Just get some students involved, just get some people who, I'm sure many of you are in, most of you are in academic campuses. You may have a photography club, you may have a programming club, whatever. Just get them involved. They will do a fantastic job for you. Okay, now let me go to Saral. This is Saral. Right, so and the video that I showed you, I just took it from this page only, which is when the sessions are complete, you can actually download all that is available that we have generated, which is every section of the paper, everything. So let me just go back. So this is the homepage. This is how it starts. I'm not going to show you an entire demo because entire demo, here is a video. This video will give you, I'll post this link in the chat so you can actually see as I speak also. So please go to this URL. That's the URL for Saral. Please take it. The link, the video, YouTube video on that page is actually a full demo of what do you need to set it up. So I'll just show you this one thing that I said before, right? Which is one paper. Look at this page. It's the same paper we have converted into all 12 languages and put it here, right? So English, Hindi, Bengali, Gujarati, Kannada, Malayalam, Marathi, Odia. So meaning get the content in different languages so anybody who understands these languages can also take it from there. Okay, I will stop here and we can take any questions relevant to this. I'm happy to also answer questions relevant to whatever I talked about. I'll post 1 or 2 more URLs in the chat, which should be, so here is the one that I said earlier, social media, feel free to connect, Saral video and the slides.
Okay. Look, I think our final point is that you're not alone in your research. ANRF is with you. Our goal is to amplify and celebrate your research. Okay. And we want to create these tools to help you amplify your research. And we want you to be successful, right? So that's the whole purpose of this. And by the way, we want this not just for PMECRG, but please tell your other colleagues also to use it. But show the way, right? Show that in PMECRG this is how we're doing it. So hopefully others we can see and learn as well. Okay. But happy to take a few questions if you want to unmute and ask some questions, either for me or PK.
And as you speak, if you're interested in us connecting to you, please post the LinkedIn link on the chat. I will send a request to you if that's okay with you.
Yeah. And please do follow ANRF. Please do follow, sort of if you'd like to follow my handle or PK's handle. So on LinkedIn and so on, because we are continually posting new things. And, this will also help both you as well as, others. Any questions?
Dr. Parikshit?
Hi, am I audible?
Yes, please.
Yeah, so hi, Parikshit from IIT Roorkee. Great seeing the ANRF so dynamic, helpful us in early career. 2 quick points. One for Professor Giri. This Saral also generate latex code for me, tech code, so that it eases my life putting pictures and all. I see it's in tech Beamer style presentation, so I'm assuming backend at least it's generating tech code.
Yes.
Awesome. So is it accessible?
You can download. Yeah, you can download. Let me show it to you as you speak. When you get to your next question, by the time you speak, I'll share my screen and show you where you can download the latex file.
That will ease a lot of pain of taking latex slides and make it more accessible for the people. Another for the second question is for ANRF team, not like a question, more of a request that can we make a simple even Excel based tool which help me manage and track my funding. So I was thinking to make for myself, and then I realized that 700 of us are using it. Some are tech savvy, some are not so tech savvy. A simple Excel template. I put all my fundings because let's say I got some amount this year. I put my funding, I'm spending some, and it can just keep tracking. Okay, this much is left, this much is going on, because it becomes a tedious job. Sometimes, especially those who will have a lot of component, like I will not have component, my bills will be less in number. But some of us will have a lot of components, small, contingency, consumable buying. So a small app will save a lot of man hours, everybody building it's their own. And then I know we want to move to UC being given by the university, which is a great step. We got that email, but still it is helpful for PIs to at least have some
positioning it to
Yeah. So look, hey guys, so the only challenge I have is, I don't have the bandwidth to do many things. That's my only challenge. I wish I can do many more things. So my request to you is, please, take the initiative if you think you can do it.
Sorry to interrupt. Will you be okay if, let's say, I make an Excel template, share, and then work it out? Because I will just do for me, but others can tailor it.
Yeah. I mean, that's something you can contribute to the community, right? See, because that's something, if it works for you and it can share it, please do. That'll be great. Thank you. Okay, next question, please. Yeah.
Inshuk Roy.
There is a question about the list of PMECRG awardees. Okay, I want you to take a look at there is a portal called the Prism portal. The link can be shared by saying the Prism portal has, typically it is well synced with our primary portal. So that has list of awardees and so on. You can actually go and look at all the awardees, not just for PMECRG, for all the ANRF grants, as well as all the prior grants in SERB and all of that, right? So there is, please use the SERB Prism portal. We'll be rebranding it to be ANRF Prism. But we'll also be putting out other portals where, will become much more easier to find grants, find interesting linkages and so on, right? So those are things we are working on. But yeah, the Prism portal is something we have right now available. It is synced on a daily basis, every other day. Till as of yesterday, it has everything.
It's a
and it's like an MIS system. Yeah,
it's a dynamic.
Dr. Bala, just 1 second before. So whoever asked the question, here is the tool, right? It says download PDF, download LaTeX. So you can just download this LaTeX and get the LaTeX file as it is from the Beamer.
One of the things, PK, you want to say, I mean, they are also working on, you can take your paper, convert it into a poster.
Slide, you can download. Yes. So
you can convert into poster, convert into a presentation, all of that can happen, right? So there's like a simple way for you to create secondary media of all kinds, right? That's the idea.
So when we made Saral public and talk to people, students and all that, I think the request, what students do most or what professors do most in terms of papers is definitely slides, I guess, one of them. Posters was the next big thing. So we're working on posters. Somebody made a suggestion for podcast, which also we discussed. 2 people speaking, right? I think somebody nicely had made a video there, posted in the chat, Dr. Shiv, about their own project. So it's basically a notebook LM types. 2 people are speaking. That's a version that we have thought about. Podcast, poster, then LinkedIn post, Twitter thread, only audio, all this is coming, is in the pipeline. We are hoping that we'll also be able to embed this in different platforms, right? Let's take if you are able to embed this Saral portal in archive portal, it will be amazing, right? Anybody who goes to archive who's looking for a paper, they just click this button called Saral and then you get a video of the paper instead of actually reading the paper. Phenomenally useful, but we'll see whether we can get that far. But we are hoping that at least in our own websites, wherever we are able to put the papers online, we could actually put this one-click button to get the video.
Dr. Roy?
Yes.
Dr. Roy,
Can you hear me? Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah.
Please go ahead.
Yes, perfect. First of all, thank you so much for today's meeting. Very, very helpful. I got this grant just after 1 month of joining. I wrote it, I got it. I never thought I'd get it, but thank you so much. It gave a really, really good kickstart. I just came back from the US, wrote the fund, got it. I'm so happy. So, and beyond this, just as Dr.
Sorry, Dr. Roy. That's a story you should be telling the world.
Yes.
Just
and can we see your video? I'm waiting for your video.
I actually
can
told
I get
it.
your video?
Actually,
yeah.
Next
week
I
I'm waiting for your
wrote
video.
a LinkedIn post the day I got it. I tagged all the ANRF, Dr. Shiv and everyone. And in fact, all of you reshared my post. So it just got 16,000 something impression in 24 hours.
Very nice.
It was really, really great.
Very good.
Okay, and then recently I also gave an advertisement for recruiting a PA that was also being reshared by both of you, and that was also very good. So I got so many CVs, I interviewed so many candidates. So all of this went very good, very well. This is just an appreciation thing I really wanted to mention.
Thank you, and we are looking for all 700. Sort of more videos coming out very soon. Okay, so on your work, right. And not just for every paper, right? So if you've written 5 papers, 700 times 5, right? And maybe lab things. I'm looking for thousands of videos coming out. Okay, in every language.
True. No, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Dr. Sarakan, please can you unmute your microphone? Dr. Saugata?
Yeah. Now I can unmute myself. Can you hear me?
Yes, please go ahead.
Thank you, Dr. PK, to show us a tool that Saral AI. So only one thing I just want to ask, if you can, is there any way we can do a concept flowchart, because it's many a time it's very easy to understand, so that we can show a concept flowchart, or you can simply say a methodological flowchart through any other AI tool.
No, I don't understand. What do you mean by concept flowchart? Sorry, I'm not able.
So in the paper, so we may discuss a very complex concept, and it's very difficult to track those concepts. If we have any suggestion or tool which can make a concept flowchart, or maybe a methodological flowchart.
Sorry if my understanding is very minimal, but I have done using just a Gemini or ChatGPT. You just give it the, so to say, your paper or your flowchart, whatever you want to build, ask it to build a flowchart. It will give you some starting point. You can then work on it. I don't know whether that's what you're looking for.
Yeah, no, I use the Gemini. I was just thinking about any particular tools which would be better based on your experience, if you can
So
enlighten on it.
for example, Napkin AI would do a drawing of these flowcharts and all through an AI, or Canva can do it now. You can give it input.
Yeah.
Both Napkin and Canva have an AI component which can help you. That's a starting point.
Okay, thank you so much.
Let's go to the next question, please.
Dr. Indrajit Chakrabarti. Dr. Indrajit, can you unmute your microphone?
Yes, thank you very much. Am I audible?
Yes, please.
Thank you. Professor Giri, thank you for the presentation, and I also thank ANRF for making this effort for today's platform so that we can all connect, and a lot of queries got resolved even before I could ask my question. I just wanted to ask one thing. When I upload my previous publication to Saral, is this anyway going to be an infringement of the copyright policy for the journal publisher, especially elsewhere? They are very, they're very, I would say very protected about their copyright issues. Even I'm not able to. You get my question, right?
Yeah, we get your question. We have been asked this question before, so I can give you a quick answer. So there is no place that we are storing anything that you're uploading. It's a temp file that gets created, the video gets created, and it's done. Your account, until like a week back, we do not even have a profile. Now only we started having a profile. So essentially we store nothing. So there is nothing you're giving it on Saral which will have the information that you're infringing the copyright of the journal. That's a short answer.
So the
Yeah, the other thing I would add to this is, as you're thinking about writing new thing, right? So we, as part of our data management platform and so on, there is a partnership we have with InflibNet where we can store preprints of your papers. So if you have preprints of your papers, your preprints can be used for the video generation, which don't have any of those issues also, right? So.
Sorry, Dr. Akhilesh Mishra. Dr. Akhilesh.
Hello,
hello,
Professor. Yes, hello, Professor PK. Thank you so much. My first question is, can we use Saral AI for developing a graphical abstract for publication purpose, or instead of putting video on the social media, I want to put an abstract of the paper. So is it possible to develop a graphical abstract instead of video? That's my question.
So graphical abstract, you mean like a poster or a flyer which describes the entire paper?
Yes. So, for example, if you see some nature cell paper, they on the first page they have a one figure which overall represent the publication.
Yes. We've talked about it. It's just that it's very hard. Meaning, I know it's it is the short answer is very hard. We've talked about this question. We started doing in this. So even the video that I pointed you all, it's interactions that we had with India Biosciences, where they were actually talking about all these nature paper, flyers, posters that they create. They walked me through how they create, which is actually manually laborious process. Any help there would be useful, but I don't think so. Currently, we are in a state where you're given an input and output comes this very impressive flyer with all the details there. I think we'll go step by step. We've attempted a little bit where you can actually try what Dr. Shiv said, a poster idea, abstract somewhere, methodology somewhere, conclusion somewhere, discussion point somewhere. That is something we are able to do it right now. But I think getting a very naturally close to human drawn flyer, human created flyer on an Adobe Photoshop or something looks hard right now.
Got your point. Thank you, Professor PK.
There are some jobs which AI can't take away. Yeah. So, thank you so much. First, just to remind you, this time is not free. Okay, you got to please, create new media. I'm looking forward to many of your papers, either using Saral or many posts where you have, done videos. Please talk about your life's experiences, your research. I want to see a lot more social media and a lot more activity. Please don't forget to tag #ANRF India and #PMECRG, correct? Yeah. Just be more social, and then hopefully you guys can do a lot more local meetups and other sorts of things. We will see what we can do from ANRF overall in terms of amplifying things. Okay. But I think, social media, we view as a first-class technical dissemination medium. Okay. And for democratizing research. Okay. And you guys, we hope will help us, in this journey. And please be aggressive. Please be sort of really leaders in doing this. Okay, thank you.
All the PMECRG awardees. So this is the first meeting. So in future we will have many more meetings with this kind of things. And once again, thanks for your time for joining this meeting and accepting our invitation thing. Okay, as Sir mentioned, so please keep posting your interesting things in our exclusive web page where we have it in our LinkedIn thing and also the Twitter things. All the best for your research endeavors. Thank you so much.